Hey guys, so today I'm showing you how I make lasagna. This is the best lasagna recipe I've ever made, and I know you guys are gonna love it, so let's get started. Here's some of the ingredients you're gonna need. You're gonna need minced garlic, some diced onions, sweet Italian sausages. You're also gonna need Italian seasoning, tomato sauce, diced tomatoes in the can, ricotta cheese, the lasagna pasta, and mozzarella cheese, and also some fresh cilantro. For the mozzarella cheese, if you can find it already shredded, buy that, or already sliced, buy that, so you don't have to slice it yourself. Okay, so the first thing I did was I put my pasta to boil. These days you could actually find the pasta that you don't have to boil, and it's oven ready, so if you have that, you can use that. Now after you prepare the pasta, you're going to put the ground beef in a pot over medium heat and add in the Italian sausages. So just squeeze the sausages out of the tube thingy and break it up using a pot spoon. Next, I added in my onion and garlic, and you're gonna mix that into the sausage and ground beef, and season it some more by adding in the Italian seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and black pepper. If you can't find Italian seasoning, you could use basil, oregano, and rosemary and thyme, because Italian seasoning is basically all of those mixed together. Also, when I add the ground beef in the pot, I didn't add any oil because most ground beef make oil when you add it into the pot. But if for some reason, let's say you're using ground turkey and you need oil, add a little bit to help the meat cook. So after you add the seasonings, you're gonna let the ground beef and the sausage cook for about 10 minutes until it's nicely browned and cooked. Then we're gonna add in our tomato sauce and diced tomatoes. So mix that into the meat sauce and let it cook for about 5 more minutes. I also add in about a tablespoon of sugar, and you're gonna mix it into the sauce and let it finish cooking. So by adding in the sugar, you're actually bringing out the flavors of the meat sauce and kind of cutting down on that tangy, acidic taste that tomato sauce usually brings to a dish. Next, I'm gonna take some Parmesan cheese. I'm using grated Parmesan cheese. You could buy, if you find the ones already shredded, you can use that. And we're gonna mix the Parmesan cheese with the ricotta cheese, 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped cilantro, 2 eggs, and about a tablespoon of the Italian seasoning mix. And just use a fork or a spoon to combine those ingredients together. And then we have our meat sauce already prepared. So now it's time to put the lasagna together. So in a baking dish that's big enough to hold lasagna, in the bottom of the pan, I'm adding in just a spoonful of the meat sauce. That's gonna help the noodles to stay in place. So next, I'm putting my lasagna pasta on top of the meat sauce, and then after you add that, you're just gonna layer in your ingredients. So I'm gonna start by layering in the ricotta and Parmesan cheese mixture. Next, I'm gonna top it with the meat sauce, and I'm gonna spread that all over the cheese mixture, and then I'm gonna sprinkle in some of the shredded mozzarella cheese. Okay, so I'm doing one more layer of every ingredient. So I'm starting with the pasta again, and then I'm gonna do the Parmesan cheese and ricotta cheese mixture on top of the pasta. Next, I'm gonna layer in my meat sauce and then sprinkle on some mozzarella cheese. After that, I'm gonna top it off with the last layer of pasta, and then we're just gonna put on our toppings for our lasagna, which is the remaining meat sauce, and then sprinkle on the mozzarella cheese to cover your lasagna on top. So if you have any excess pasta hanging out at the ends of your pan, you could use your knife and trim it off. Then we're gonna cover it and bake it in the oven at 375 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. After the 45 minutes, we're gonna take it out, uncover it, and cook it for about 5 to 10 minutes until the cheese is nice and melted and slightly golden brown. And that is it for this delicious lasagna recipe, guys. Once you take it out of the oven, you're gonna let it cool for a little bit, and then you're gonna cut your lasagna and serve it. So yeah, be sure to cover it for the 45 minutes because you don't want it to burn on top. Okay, so that's it for this recipe, guys. I hope you give it a try. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, leave me a comment. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.